Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! Episode 207. Tonight we're reviewing Venom. Venom! Yeah, Venom. Me hungry. First things first, shout out to our wine sponsor, Wink, trywink.com/moviebitches. You get $22 off your first month of wine, which you could use to go watch this movie with.
I mean...
I highly would recommend that.
Yes.
Okay, so a bit of a contentious opinion here.
Yeah.
I didn't hate this movie. I didn't think this movie was good.
No.
But I had a fun time. For the most part, after the third beginning. This movie has 3 beginnings.
Yes, that's true. That's true. I didn't hate this movie. It's not good, but I had a perfectly fine time watching it.
Right?
It was silly.
Yep.
It was a little different from the usual, which I appreciated.
Yeah.
This felt like a Sam Raimi Spider-Man 90s sort of jokey comic before we figured out the formula of like, it has to be just this amount of serious and real. / then the Hulk is there. You know what I mean? Like, they hadn't figured it out yet. It felt like Spawn, like where it's like, well, this is, I mean, what's this? This is hilarious. Oh, cool, like, I love it. I don't know, like, if I was 12, I would fucking love this movie. I'd be like, this is everything. I love it.
Yeah, this was very popcorny. I was a little surprised it didn't come out in a summer, because it felt like that to me.
Well, it's had a lot of production woes. They've been trying to make it forever. It was supposed to be rated R.
Right.
And they trimmed it to PG-13, which was a mistake.
It was a mistake, but also smart. Like, I get why they did it, but I think trimming something that was intended to be R...
Then just make it PG-13 from the beginning.
Exactly.
They trimmed it to be PG-13 so they could tie in with the Tom Holland Spider-Mans.
Yes.
So it wouldn't be like...
Which I watched Spider-Man Homecoming. It was really cute and fun. Yeah. Again, it was... So, okay, this was interesting to me. The biggest criticisms that I read of this movie were that it abandoned the Christopher Nolanification.
I'm here for it.
I am so here for it.
Yeah.
And that was what was funny to me, was that I was like, oh, well, that's why I liked it. It was like campy and silly and reminded me of the Joel Schumacher Batman and Robin. You know, it was like...
Well, I don't know how much you know about Venom, the character.
None.
I don't think you can make a particularly serious movie about Venom. Venom, the character, is like funny and crazy and violent and like over the top and all of those things. So trying to make like a Christopher Nolan movie with that, I guess you could go like the Joker route, but it is silly. Like my memories of Venom are playing Maximum Carnage on Sega, and being like, ooh, I want to play Venom, that guy, because he sticks his tongue out, and that's fun. That's my memory of Venom. Like, he's silly. And he'd stick his tongue out and he'd be like, yeah, that was fun. I loved it.
Good.
It's great. So I was like fully here for this to be stupid.
Yeah. So Venom is Sony's attempt at claiming every Marvel property that they still have the rights to.
Gonna make that movie before. I mean, it was better than the last iteration of Venom.
You're so right. I'm thinking humiliation.
I don't even know.
In Spider-Man 3, when Topher Grace left that TV show
wasn't
Venom.
Wasn't that the one where there was like a dance? Didn't they have like a...
Well, he becomes emo Spider-Man.
Oh my God.
And when his hair is swept across his face, ladies find him irresistible. And then he does a jazz dance. I mean, it was wacky banana pants.
Oh boy.
Like this movie.
Yeah, this movie was wacky banana pants. So anyway, Venom, the plot is kind of inconsequential, but basically it's the story of Venom coming down to Earth, trying to take over the world and deciding that instead he wants to save it. It's a classic story of boy meets alien host. Tom Hardy really carried it for me. I think if you didn't have someone with his charisma, then it would have fallen apart.
I mean, I really liked it a lot more once Venom showed up.
Yeah.
I thought the portrayal of Eddie Brock was slightly confusing.
Is that his character?
Yes.
Cool.
Is he this rogue Anderson Cooper, investigative journalist? Is
Right.
he some badass Tom Hardy himself, and maybe he this is a problem in his real life, looks like he could kick your ass.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, like, scenes where, like, his neighbor's playing music really loud, and he's like, my life!
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
You know, there's scenes like that where, so I just found it to be a little confusing, whereas, like, he was already Venom physically.
Yes.
And so there wasn't a transformation like in the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man where it's like, I'm skinny Tobey Maguire. What? Look at these abs! You know, they didn't have that moment.
Fair.
So Eddie Brock was slightly like, what's going on with you, man? For me. And once Venom showed up, I was like, this is some silly nonsense. Okay, great. But I did like that they made it a human story. I was genuinely somewhat kind of a little bit invested in him and Michelle Williams. Oh, let's make it a little rom-com in there. Okay. Yeah. Great.
I actually didn't mind the, like, overall theme of, like, Silicon Valley is, you know, inserting their lives into everything and overreaching and, you know, how accountable is Jeff Bezos, really, you know.
I mean, what is this, the 8th movie this year to have an Elon Musk type, right?
Sure.
Like, villain who's like, whatever. It's like, and then that Elon Musk guy who was like, blah, 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 global warming, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, he was so concerned with the state of the world that he just took his billions and decided to make his own space company that secretly evaded every single law and any sort of oversight. Well, whatever. I didn't really care.
Oh, I didn't give a shit about the actual plot.
Sure.
But I was just like having a silly fun time.
And then, of course, they threw in the he just gotta get his girlfriend back, you know?
I was here for it. I'll be honest, the movie ended, and I was like, I genuinely might care to see what happens.
Sure.
Like the opposite of the end of Last Jedi, where I was like, fuck this franchise,
Sure.
I'm out. Where this is a mess, and I have a lot less emotionally invested in it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I would fuck with a sequel.
I would
Like the Superman Amy Adams relationship.
Yeah.
That I'm like oddly invested in it for some very bizarre reason. That I'm like, what's going on with them?
Yep.
I kind of want to know.
Chemistry.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much chemistry can be had with a horrible, horrendous wig.
Oh. Holy shit, we didn't. I mean.
We will talk about
We
it.
didn't talk about our new shirts and how fabulous they are.
Yes.
They're available at MovieBitches.threadless.com. But I'm pretty excited about this shirt right now.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, should we just talk?
I think we should just
Let's talk about it right now.
Yeah.
So Michelle Williams has the most horrific wig. And it's like they didn't even try.
No.
Because it's the exact same style the entire movie. There's no updo. Like,
Nope.
oh, just have a sassy ponytail today. Nope.
Oh.
I'm going to have it pinned back.
Yep.
Center part.
Yep.
The entire movie.
It's a year later. No, it's the same haircut.
Not even, it's the same hairstyle.
Yeah.
Like, it literally doesn't move. She has fucking lashes on in every scene. She looks like some sort of mannequin. It's a little weird.
Yep.
I love Michelle Williams, but it's a little weird.
It seems like a thing that, like, lashes have become more and more...
Just, like, every day.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? And it was funny, because I watched Venom and Star is Born, like, back to back. And it was interesting seeing Gaga, like, stripped down.
Sure.
Not a lot of makeup. And she looked fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes. And then going to this and being like, oh my God, what is happening? You look like an alien. Are you an alien?
Well, at one point she is.
She is.
You know what's funny, though, is that, so the other huge criticism of this movie, that, like, people at least complained about, I should say, was that he makes out with Venom.
Oh.
And I was
Well,
like...
because he makes out with She-Venom.
Right.
When it's in her.
And it's, like, not even a make-out in the sense that it's,
Who cares? If he wants to make out with Venom, I'm here for it.
Well, that was what was funny, was that, like,
people were mad because it was
so stupid and campy, and it's like, but, like, who cares?
I mean, she shows up as sexy She-Venom, and of course, it's like, anyway, tits are out, and just like, hey, wah.
I mean, that was what was so funny to me. I didn't even process that. And they were like, he makes out with Venom, and I was like, when did that happen? And then I was like, oh, I mean, I guess, but, like, it didn't really upset me.
But why were people upset about it?
Because, you know, nerd bros, I don't know. To be fair, I think a lot of that outrage had come before they had seen the movie.
So it was just like...
It was like, we heard that he makes out with Venom. This is bullshit. I hate this. You know?
I mean, in one of the campiest scenes in this camptastic movie, when Venom the mask just like stretches from his body and is just talking to him. Yeah. If they had just like made out then, I would have been like, sure. Yeah. This big old tongue. Yeah. And Tom Hardy's tiny little mouth. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. His head is already floating around talking to him. Sure.
I'm afraid to tell you where my mind just went.
A blowjob?
That would be more of like the Deadpool rated R version.
Yeah.
This was like Deadpool light for me, where it was like...
I guess?
It was the Venom character was kind of similar humor.
Sure.
But it was toned down. It wasn't as obnoxious for me.
This was a campy mess.
Yeah.
And I had fun staring at it for
under
2 hours.
Yeah.
You know? I was like, I mean, sure. I mean, Tom Hardy definitely needed a shower. Yeah. They did not utilize the sexiness of Tom Hardy at all.
No one seems to get it. It's
right?
like, let's put him in a mask for half. What?
Cover his face. I wanted the movie to objectify him more.
I agree.
There was literally a scene where him and Venom are trying to stabilize. You know, he's eating all this stuff. He doesn't know what is going to cure him. Yep. He's like, ah, and then he like barfs. Yeah. And he's all like, what's wrong with me? And he looks all like, I'm sick. Yeah. And I was like, and then he takes a sexy shower. To like, I gotta wash this off, and and maybe there's like a little bit of black in the water.
Ooh.
What's that? I don't know. Ooh, look at his back. It's all sexy. I don't know, but I would have enjoyed that.
I would have enjoyed that as well.
And then his hair would have been clean, and he would have looked like he'd taken a shower. He was wearing this gross gray stained sweatshirt the whole movie, and then at a certain point in an awkward scene in her car, he's like, "Can I wear this? I'm in the backseat of your car. Can I wear?" It's clearly going to be some sort of joke that it's like a cashmere sweater of hers and it's really tight. Oh no, it's just like a shirt that fits him. Why? Also, it's gray. Why? What was that choice?
I don't know. I don't know.
Her new boyfriend and him are not the same size.
No. Was that supposed to be the new boyfriend?
I mean, it wasn't hers. It would be like a sheet on her.
I was so confused. I don't know.
Well, yeah, so it starts and we're in space. And there's this spaceship floating towards Earth, and it says life on it. Yeah, that's how it starts.
Don't even remember this.
Great. There's like stars.
Oh, right.
And then the spaceship. And
yeah. And then it crashes, and then
there was something on board. And
we got 3 out of the 4.
Well, and it was like total. You didn't see Life, right?
No, I never did.
Not the Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy like prison.
No.
Hilarious comedy, not that movie.
No.
Life with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. No, I didn't
and whatever. Because there was rumors online that this was like a sequel, or like.
I mean, it could be.
That Life was a prequel or whatever, because it is like.
It's like what's inside.
Creepy,
yeah. Oh,
you know,
it takes.
Hessex from Fern Gully shows up. Mother's bit, look, you know, or whatever. And so I was like, oh, is that? Oh no, it's not. I mean, that movie was good until it was very bad.
Oh no. Yeah.
Like okay. Oh no.
I saw the trailer and I was like, and that's a pass.
I saw the trailer and was like, that seems right up my alley. Oh no. The movie decided it didn't care how it ended.
Oh no. This movie had like 5 different beginnings, maybe? Beginnings.
You're gonna begin the begin.
Yeah, but like seriously, it was because it started off with the aliens crashing.
Yeah.
And then it starts off with him and Michelle Williams, all lovey-dovey, everything's great. Oh my God, I'm a reporter for this blog. I'm not sure. Oh. And then things go to shit because he just can't control himself. He's got to ask the tough questions. That was a lot.
That's what I mean, that Eddie Brock, the character, was not fully drawn.
No.
So, I mean, I did like that he had real life consequences for his actions.
Sure.
It was like, oh, you couldn't keep it in your pants? Like, you couldn't just play the game?
Yeah.
You lost your girlfriend, you lost your job, you lost your apartment, it was like...
Yikes, dude.
I like that she was just like, you fucking betrayed my trust. Bye.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
In my wig. I guess they were like, oh, we can't... She's a lawyer. She can't have a pixie cut.
But like,
because like that's Michelle
sure.
Williams has like, but like
she
definitely could have.
She could have had better hair. Period.
She could have had a better wig. Period. But also, she can have a pixie cut.
Yeah, why not?
She's dating this like tattooed, like muscly guy who seems like he, has seen it all. So
Well, I mean, Tom Hardy has, and they're the Grindr pictures to prove it.
Allegedly.
No, they're for realsies. He's very upfront about his days of like waking up to a naked man.
Love it. So he's just figuring it out and
well, he like I guess
whatever.
I think he retracted that he's bi and is like now weird about it, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But he definitely has Grindr pictures with his ass up, and they're fun to look at.
His ass up?
Oh yeah, he's like posing. It's good. But so I agree with you that like his character was like the character of Eddie Redmayne, Grimes. What?
Eddie Brock.
Sure, that's a bad name. I just have to remember Brock.
Oh God, not again, Brock!
Just think of Brock Sampson. Great.
His character was like kind of a mess, but I liked that they took the time to set up him being a good person.
Right.
Because I felt like Tom Hardy can actually really pull that off.
Right.
Where it's like, yes, he looks like he will beat the shit out of you.
Totally.
But he's so nice, you know? He cares about like the Asian
Yes.
convenience store lady. Love it.
Yeah, that was confusing too. So like we find out that the symbiotes sort of have to find the right host, like an organ donor.
Yeah.
They can sort of heal you and make you feel great or whatever.
If they want to, I guess.
I don't know, because in the beginning he goes into the convenience store. Oh, hey, what's up? And he says, oh, these aches and pains. And he's like, the whole movie, he looks like he just got off a 20-mile horse ride, you know? He's kind of like,
yeah, that's kind of
like,
true.
he's kind of hobbling around. I was like,
Yeah, you're right.
are you okay? What's wrong? Also, take a shower. And I was like, oh, what's this choice?
Yeah.
And it's never really talked, like, he's not like, oh, I have chronic pain because of X, Y, or Z.
I thought it was just depression.
Or that, I don't know. And then I assume Venom fixed that.
Yeah, well, so
I feel like that was lost in the edit.
There was definitely lost in the edit. But I think even just the science and mechanics behind the Venom was confusing. Whereas like they had all these subjects that would die. Like
at first it's very like, we're being scientific and not everyone can just have these symbiotes. Symbiotes?
Right.
Symbiotes.
Yeah, symbiotes.
Symbiote.
Like, it took over, and now, they didn't match, and now that person
they're dead
died.
within minutes.
And then I guess the symbiote also died. That was confusing.
Because they left it alone.
Oh.
Talk about the Jenny Slate plotline.
Oh my god. But I do love me some Jenny Slate.
Get into it. But then in the second half of the movie, it's like, you know all that science stuff we set up? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Everyone can have a symbiote.
Yeah.
It doesn't even
It
fucking
could
matter.
hop into her for a few minutes.
Cool.
Hop out, and she's cool.
And it did seem like once it left, the person would die. Regardless.
Unless it's Michelle Williams. Michelle Williams.
And white Michelle Williams. And Riz Ahmed, the bad guy.
Yeah.
He's just cool too.
Well,
he's also the perfect host for the other symbiote.
But that was okay, so that was literally for me the most confusing part of this entire movie. I mean, it literally starts the movie and it's this plane crash, and it's like
so much time was dedicated to this, and it really didn't need to be.
Much
one
time.
of the symbiotes.
They're like, we collected 3 out of the 4 samples or whatever.
No, one of them got away. It's in the astronaut that survived.
Yep.
Then it gets put into the
EMT
female
lady.
EMT lady who's walking for days and days, and then it gets put into the little girl.
The old woman.
Oh, right! The old woman, and then it gets put into the little girl over the course of the entire movie.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is gonna be some crazy shit. Oh no, it just was another one that went into him.
But also, explain this one to me. The spaceship crash is before the entire movie starts.
Yep.
It escapes into the astronaut EMT lady.
Old lady, little girl.
Pretty quickly, it seems. Meanwhile, he has a job, loses his job.
Right.
Loses his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Spends 6 months in depression.
They do say it was 6 months. So it took a really long time, I guess. She walked across Indonesia. I'm not sure.
And there was no need to show that. So, why? That was what was so confusing.
No.
Like, they had to save up the money to buy a flight from Hong Kong to LA? I don't understand.
No, it just hopped bodies. This is my greater question. Why did it feel like it needed to go to San Francisco?
Because it specifically then went up to Elon Musk, dude, and was like, hey, I've been searching for you. I came here specifically.
Because he read all the logs on
I
the
guess
ship
of the space shuttle that he sent out.
Guy
who's doing
will
this.
Have the codes to
the space shuttle.
Set off the space shuttle
to bring. Yes.
Go back and then bring.
That's why.
It's not great.
That's not. It's very bad.
Well, I was waiting the whole time because Carnage is one of the other symbiotes, which is like Venom's No.
Arch nemesis.
But yeah, Riot is the one in this.
Oh, right.
So
Carnage is the one that was in the post-credit sequence or whatever.
Which I forgot to stay for.
Oops.
But it's Woody Harrelson.
Yes.
Is going to be Carnage. But I didn't stay for the credits because I forgot. But the whole movie I was like, oh shit, it's going to be Carnage? It's going to be Carnage. Oh no, it's Riot. I was like, ooh, it's going to be Carnage. Cool.
Oh, it's Riot.
Oh, it's Riot.
Oh my god. Who dies in a fireball because...
We'll get there. We'll get there. I did want to watch the, tragic Lifetime movie of the mom whose little girl wandered off.
Oh my god, right?
So, the symbiote goes into this tiny little girl and gets on the plane. And that takes 6 months to get to...
San Francisco.
Maybe they had a lot of layovers. I don't know. And... the mom is like, okay, honey, let's get in the cab, and whatever.
And then the girl just walks off?
Walks away. I was like, oh my god, that mom is going to be, frantically searching for her daughter and never know what happened.
Yeah.
Assume she's been kidnapped or something.
Does the daughter just die at headquarters of Evil Corp?
Yes. We don't ever see it, but it seems like, yes. It seems like whoever has the symbiote in them and then it leaves them, they die.
Basically.
In the first half.
Yeah.
And then it just sort of conveniently decides narratively,
oh, if the symbiote wants them to live when it leaves, then it's fine.
Maybe that's it.
I mean, I guess Riot wants to kill all sorts of people.
He wants to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Well, Venom's third act, when his heart grew 3 sizes, was... That's a real quick changeover.
I had to explain this to multiple people.
It was so
because
funny!
The entire character shift, the motivation shift, that is pretty key, happens in a line.
So we find out that Venom is an alien from another planet, and there's tons of them, and they're gonna come and eat everybody. Eat the heads off everyone.
Yeah, they like to eat the heads.
And so they're gonna come down, it's gonna be a huge invasion, they're gonna wipe out the Earth. And then in one line, it seems, there's no montage of you're my best friend.
Oh my god,
that would be so good! Queen just starts playing and they're like, no, we got
to the Ghirardelli chocolate factory and just oh yeah.
They're down at Pier 39 or whatever. I would have loved that.
Loved that.
He's high-fiving himself.
Yeah, he wants to go eat something. He's like, we don't do that. Oh my god, silly.
But here's some cotton candy.
Oh my god, I love it.
You're my best friend. Oh, it would have been so good. But yes, Venom is just oh hey, no, I like it here. And also, I like you. And I've decided that I want to stay here and kill all of the other symbiotes because you guys seem cool.
Not even that much. So basically, they go up to the top of his publishing company's building?
Oh my god, well this was some fucking nonsense. I was laughing so hard. So Eddie Brock, investigative journalist, he breaks in. Oh, we still haven't talked about Jenny Slate. We'll get there. He breaks in, takes pictures of the nefarious deeds.
Yep.
Can't email them.
No.
Can't seem to put them on the cloud and email them.
No.
Has to
deliver his cell phone.
Turn into Venom.
Oh yeah, to scale a
building, go to the top of the building, slide down, crash through the window, put his cell phone that could be locked.
Yep.
Could have lots of other files, so how would the guy know? I mean, it was so hilarious.
So stupid nonsense.
No, do the right thing, man.
Right.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
He would have no idea.
At the very least.
Look at the camera roll. My password is this.
Right.
I mean, at least. Email! This was insane. He spent so much of the movie where he could have just been bloop, here's an email.
Or
of the photos.
Yeah. Print them out and mail them anonymously. I don't know.
Sure. This was so funny.
So
this
stupid.
Really made me laugh.
So stupid. But anyway, so they're at the top of the building.
Yes.
Like King Kong getting shot at. And they get up there and Venom goes, oh, this is actually a pretty city. Or something. Your world's not that bad looking.
From this angle, it looks really beautiful up here. San Francisco lights. Look at this, the Golden Gate Bridge.
I guess I'm not going to destroy your world. That was the character motivation.
The Golden Gate Bridge, man, it's magical.
Magical.
I did like that they actually filmed in San Francisco.
I think it was actually the Bay Bridge that they were looking at. But,
all right, fine.
Because it has those lights on it.
That Bay Bridge, underrated. Underrated. I did like that they actually filmed it in San Francisco.
Sure.
Like, it was cool to see, you know, I mean, how is she affording that fucking house?
Oh, right?
I mean, she is a lawyer.
She's a lawyer.
But goddamn,
Yeah.
those houses are no joke.
A little Full House moment would have been
Yeah,
fun with like him and Venom like hanging off the cable car.
Hanging off the cable car and the painted ladies and everything. Oh my god, that would have been amazing!
Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, a hand to hold on to.
I think it's time we talk about Jenny Slate.
I love Jenny Slate.
Love Jenny Slate. This character was a goddamn mess.
Yep.
She's scientist lady. They're doing human trials with the symbiotes and the people keep dying. They're picking up random homeless people. And she starts to get a conscience and she goes to Eddie Brock because, you know, she knows he'll investigate and I have the proof and I'm going to come forward but I'm scared for my life because this guy is for real and he's crazy.
Yeah, he'll kill
and
people.
he'll fucking kill me and I'm worried about my children. They keep mentioning her kids.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, you never see them.
And you're not going, I mean.
And you don't. And I mean, she just seems like an idiot. So then she's like, hey, you know what we should do? You should hide in the back of my car.
Yep.
I'll get you through security.
Yep.
There's no security cameras.
No.
We're going to walk freely through the facility. There's no security cameras. And I'm going to let you in to the lab. And then this security guard walks by and she goes, oh my god, just you go inside the lab. I'll deal with him, even though it didn't seem like the security guard really cared.
No.
And then she has an arcane conversation with him, like,
yeah.
oh, I'm always
you know,
working.
Yeah, science never sleeps.
Oh yeah. Anyway, we don't see her for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy breaks in. He's in the lab.
He's trying to save the homeless woman.
He tries to save the homeless lady. Venom goes in him. There's a whole chase scene. He's running away. They're chasing him in doom buggies. It was like Man from U.N.C.L.E. all of a sudden. He escapes. She presumably, in the logic of the movie, should have been immediately imprisoned in their, you know, what were you doing here? You obviously let this person in. There's no mention of it.
That was what's so... They were trying to figure out who could have Venom. Who was here?
So then she goes into work the next day like, hey, I didn't talk to that security guard right when the break-in was happening. They're like, we're going to get to the bottom of this. And then the big main military guy is like, we've got you on tape. But then they keep being like, who did you give it to? And I'm like, if she's on tape, Eddie Brock's on tape, what is this nonsense? It was craziness. Like, she should have put a hood on him, something.
Exactly. Oh, he has a hoodie and a, you know, we can't see his face.
We can't quite see his face, but we know it was you because obviously your pass was used to let him in. Like, your handprint was used to let someone into the lab. Like, it was such nonsense. And then she just walked into work like, oh, hey.
Yeah, oh, wait, what's up, guys? Oh, my God, something happened last night? That's crazy.
Oh, I wasn't here. That's weird. What? And then Riz Ahmed is like, well, just trust me. Just tell me who it is. It's cool. I'll protect you. Oh, you dead. Yeah. I would have liked if it worked out that the symbiote was the perfect host with Jenny Slate and she became like She-Venom or something.
I would have loved that.
Here for that, but she just dies.
It was very lazy writing.
Yeah.
There were so many lines thrown in where it was just like...
This made sense in the rated R version.
It was short. Well, it was like a throwaway line that was the key to understanding like an entire plot line. And so it was funny to me. I mean, I guess I was invested because I was paying attention. I don't know. But people were asking me questions later on and I'd be like, oh, it's because he said that one throwaway line about blah. Oh, that was because he said that one throwaway line about how they all had died. Like, what?
You really keyed in.
I guess.
Should we talk about the worst offender of that in the car?
Oh, boy.
Oh, my gosh. So, Michelle Williams has broken up with him. It's all plot. She has a new boyfriend who's a doctor. And he's scanning him. And we find out that he goes in the MRI and sounds really bother him. And it's like,
which we'd seen.
Or certain frequencies really, really drive them crazy. Okay. And she picks him up after he's killed many people in front of her. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm in a sassy little Catholic schoolgirl-ish uniform. Look at my little skirt. Oh, look at these boots. Get my car. Get my sassy Kia.
And my terrible hair.
My awful wig. She's just like kind of cool with it.
Yeah, she's like, oh yeah, you just murdered all those people in that entire building.
And you just looked like a fucking crazy alien monster. Get in my car.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
We're taking you to the hospital. You have a virus. I'm not a virus.
I have a parasite. A parasite?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that lobster scene when he's like getting in the tank. I thought Tom Hardy really went for it.
Oh yeah.
And like once Venom showed up, it really gave him the room to like be crazy and like out of control and like talking to himself and like all of that, like it really kicked in for me.
Yes,
like,
I agree.
He's like gets into a lobster tank and he's like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm so hot. Oh my god, I gotta eat these lobsters. Like he's going nuts.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's in the back of her car and she's like, so sound really bothers you because, you know, the MRI machine or whatever? And he's like, yeah, sound. And fire too, yeah. And it was like out of nowhere. It was like an ADR.
It's even better.
Oh my god.
Sound between 600 and 1100 megahertz.
Oh, right.
And fire.
And fire too. Don't forget about the fire for the third act. Yeah, that's what it was. It was the fire too. Don't forget. Fire's easier to have around than the certain noises.
But even that, she just dials right into those frequencies.
Oh, she
It's a
dialed
good thing
right.
those speakers could handle that frequency. What if it was like, it's real high-pitched sounds like dog whistles, and it's like, well, we're fucked. I like the idea that she goes onto like some dog trainer's chat room and is like,
I need between 600 and 400.
everyone bring all of your dog whistles and hurry.
Hurry up, it's a flash mob of dog whistles. But then we can't hear it, and they're going, they're like, yeah, that's right. The vegan San Francisco dog walkers unite. Would have been good. I would have liked that. For the most part, I thought that the special effects looked really cool.
Yeah, I liked the
Venom looked cool.
the webby, venomy. It was very
All of
cool.
that.
And then there were certain times where I was like, oh, this CGI is
Well, you
terrible.
could definitely tell that, like, Venom, for the most part, looked great,
Yeah.
and Riot was like, we didn't really bother. It didn't look great.
No.
But Venom, I thought, like, the teeth, and
Yeah.
the smile, like, for what it was, for how outrageous the look of it is,
Of course.
I thought it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Felt very Cronenberg or John Carpenter, like The Thing. Like, it had, even though it was CG, which I'm usually opposed to, it had a very scientific-based
Yes.
vibe,
Yes.
if that makes sense.
It does.
Like, it felt real in its impossibilities.
Yes.
But and fight scene.
Oh my God.
At a certain point, I was just like, this is, I don't even know. Like, there's like combining, there's like
Yep.
half his face
Oh my God,
and half his,
it was like
or whatever.
Like a
and
big
it's just like,
black blob.
it didn't last too long.
That was the key.
And when they were fighting at the end, it wasn't like, innocent bystanders, buildings. It was just
Yeah.
like, they're just fucking up not Elon Musk's, like,
Space shuttle.
Space
Which
shuttle.
is what you want.
which is what you want in the plot of the movie, so you're like, whatever,
Great.
this is fine.
Yeah.
Well, I did forget, so when Venom has the switch over and he's like, oh my god, the Bay Bridge is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, I must save the
Save this
planet. I did like that he's like, well, on my planet, I'm kind of a loser, so...
Like that it turned
Like
into
you.
Penny Marshall.
I did turn into Penny Marshall. I'm kind of a loser like you, so let's be losers together on Earth, being a symbiote hard. You gotta find the right host. Otherwise, you're dead in this all oxygen environment.
Oh boy. So anyway, so then White Michelle Williams shows up and she's like, oh, don't worry, I can save the day. Sound, this frequency.
Yeah.
Fire. You
What
know?
was it? Was it like reverb from like a walkie-talkie? I kind of...
It was literally like a weird control.
just like, convenience?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
The script said, and then she turned the knob to 600 megahertz and blasted it over the loudspeakers that were there, and so then that worked.
It was so dumb.
Yep.
But quick and fun.
Exactly.
And full of people I like.
Yeah.
That I couldn't hate it.
No, it was an entertaining mess. Like, I had fun watching it.
Yeah.
It was
and
popcorn movie.
Like I said, it ended... So basically, he saves the day, he kills Riot with fire, and, I mean, it's like straight out of a rom-com. Like, she's like, well, Brian and I, whatever her doctor
broke up.
Did she say that they broke up?
Oh, maybe not.
I think she's like, I'm just figuring it all out.
Yeah.
She's like, I got a new job, I'm gonna do some pro bono work because, like, I'm a good person now.
Yeah.
That's
You
great.
inspire me.
And he's like, yeah, I totally love you. Like, in his head.
Yeah.
And Venom gets to be, like, the devil on his shoulder, being like, oh, she doesn't even know. We're gonna win her back. It's gonna be great. We're gonna all be in love, and it's gonna be some weird alien throuple. And you're like, yes?
Yeah.
And it ended with him having this funny sort of other personality voice in his
Yeah.
head, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely want to watch the sequel where
Yeah.
it's like him being sassy and silly and be like, you can't eat that person. They're good. We'll just find the evil people to eat.
I'm on board
We're
for that
cool
movie.
with this.
Right?
Also,
It's like-
I'm gonna
it's
win
like-
Michelle Williams back in this rom-com, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, here
Yeah.
for it. I'm only more excited for the sequel to be, and now him and Venom are like even more connected.
Exactly.
And they have a relationship, and like part of the reason Venom wants to save the planet and stay is because he's kind of into Michelle Williams.
I'm on board for their alien throuple. I don't know what to say. I don't know what that says about me.
I'm fully in. So he goes back to that little grocery store, and Venom is like, that guy's bad, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Can we bite his head off?
And then we will eat your face right off your head. You will be this armless, legless, faceless thing.
He does that stupid half Venom from the trailer. He's like, no, we are Venom, or
Yeah.
whatever. And he's like, if you don't leave her alone, I will eat your face. And he's like, let's just eat his face anyway, yeah. And then he just bites that fucking guy's head off.
Oh, I have a parasite.
And the lady's like, oh, thanks, I guess. Anyway, Eddie, who I know, I guess I won't say anything when the police come by and there's a headless body in my shot. It's cool, it's fine. Do you want to maybe eat the rest of the body? Just take care of the evidence?
Yeah.
For me, okay, it's fine. It's great. Oh, there's an Eminem song playing over the credits. So what was the end credits thing that I missed?
Oh, so he shows up as like reporter Eddie Blaze. Brogue? Brock!
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
Nailed it. So he's like, oh, hey, Woody Harrelson, tell me what's up. And it's like, oh, well, it's going to get a little messy. And you're like, what's this nonsense? And then that was it. And then
His face come out. And
no, that would have
Carnage.
been,
Hey, what's
that would have been good. I will say this.
And then Venom and Carnage, both the heads come out like, what are you doing here? I know, right? Oh, that's pretty great. Have you seen the Bay Bridge? I know, right?
I will say this, that's only the mid-credit sequence.
There was another one?
Yeah, because Marvel loves to do that where they'll do like
Why?
a mid-credit sequence and then the fully end credit sequence, which is really a teaser for what I forgot to stay for that one.
Okay, great. Damn, I hope it's not like a tender love scene between
No,
Venom
it wasn't.
Michelle Williams
No,
and Tom Hardy.
It was
Where they're just like in bed, like.
I am here for like some Casey and JoJo playing in the background and like
I'm,
this
like,
weird menage
not
a trois.
mad about it.
Not mad about it. It's like at one point it's regular Venom, at one point it's woman Venom, and it's just like
They're all
what's happening?
It's all happening. I'm like excited about
Yeah.
this. Okay, I got it. Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams, like, you've won me back. Let's make out, and they're kissing, and then he goes under the covers, like downstairs, and she's like, oh, what's that? And it's like clearly Venom's like
tongue.
crazy tongue, and it's like, maybe not. I don't know, but something about that.
Yeah.
And she's just like, oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, now I have a pixie cut because I burned that way. So bad. It was so bad.
You know, I would say it was fun.
It was a stupid fun time.
A stupid fun time.